Hey there, welcome to my channel. My name is Alma and this is Eternal Bliss. For today's video, I will be sharing some information about wands, magic wands, healing wands, decorative wands, ritual tools, all of that. So this video is actually for a very special viewer. His name is AD, and he submitted a question asking me all about wands, how to make a wand, how to use a wand, what are the different materials one can make a wand with. And so this video is for you, AD, if you're watching this. So what is a wand? If you're familiar with Harry Potter, all of the books, all of the movies, or other popular movies that feature wizards or witches or magicians, spellcasters, then you probably noticed that almost all of them use a little wooden stick, and then they wave it around in the air. They direct energy with it, they sap you with it, they chant an incantation or a spell while waving the wand in the air, and then make awesome, super cool, supernatural things happen, right? Unfortunately, in real life, it doesn't exactly work that way. If I were to have a wand in my hand right now and I wave it and point it at you and say some sort of magical spell, chances are you probably won't see anything. You won't see any fireworks or any supernatural thing happen immediately. However, if I were to purposely place an intention by casting a spell or directing some healing energy to you while using my wand as an extension of me, then chances are I probably would be pretty successful at whatever I sent my intention to. So a wand is basically a material object, usually a long stick type of thing, that becomes an extension of you. It becomes a ritual tool, and it is used to either focus, direct, or amplify our own energy. So a wand can be made of many different things. It can be made out of wood, it can be made out of crystal, maybe even special types of metal. And it's usually made by the practitioner himself. So if you are a witch or you are an energy healer, it's preferably best if you make your own versus shopping for one. However, if you're not very crafty, then of course you can always go online or to your local metaphysical store and buy your own wand. So depending on what you want to use it for, you would pick the material of the wand. So let's say that you are trying to cast a spell that involves divine feminine energy. So let's say that you want to cast a love spell, maybe a love spell on yourself to feel more feminine, to awaken the divine Shakti in you. Then you would probably make a wand made with a willow, so made from a willow tree. The reason for that is that the energy residing in a willow tree is very maternal. It's very feminine, it's very soft, it's very graceful, it's very beautiful. And so it would be optimal to create a wand using wood from a willow tree. Now, if you are the adventurous type who lives in an area with a lot of trees, I would strongly recommend that you do not tear off a branch directly from the tree. This is just out of respect and out of love for nature and for all beings. All trees have their own intelligence, they have their own feelings, they have their own magic, their own energy. And if you're gonna come up to them and just snap a branch out of them, it's like me coming up to you and pulling your hair and just snapping off a big lock. Now, you wouldn't really like that, right? Same thing for the tree. The tree does not want to be torn apart. It doesn't want to be hurt. It doesn't want to be bothered. And so if you're planning to make your own wooden wand, I would strongly recommend that you try to pick up some pieces that have already fallen off. Or if you really must take a piece from the tree, please do it in a very loving manner. Ask for permission. And if possible, bring something that you can offer to the tree. Maybe you could bring a precious stone, you could bring a small offering, a small gift, so that you're not just taking without giving something back. So let's say that you are trying to cast a spell that involves divine masculine energy. So perhaps you're trying to increase your strength, you're trying to increase your courage, or you're trying to cast a spell that involves getting a promotion, that, climbing up the social ladder, then perhaps you would want to use a wand made out of oak, because oak has divine masculine energy. And so it would be very beneficial to make a wand out of oak. And also, if you want to add some crystals that will amplify that masculine energy, then you can try adding pyrite, you could try adding tiger eye, even obsidian for a little bit of grounding and protection. So how can you add crystals to a wooden wand? Well, a simple way would be to just wire wrap the crystals on it. Also, if you would like to use a crystal wand and you want to add more crystals to it, then same thing, you can just wire wrap them onto your wand. So for Reiki and energy healers, the most common types of crystal wands include rose quartz, moonstone, kyanite, and clear quartz, among others. Of course, you can always have a tiger eye one, a lapis lazuli. There's an infinite number of varieties, but the most common are the ones I mentioned. So let's say that, for example, you are trying to heal someone who has recently been through a lot of trauma and, really wants to be healed very gently, very cautiously, non-invasive. Then what I would recommend in this case is that you use a rose quartz wand. The way you would use the wand is you can gently massage an affected area. So let's say that, for example, my arm hurts, right? So then I would take the rose quartz wand and maybe glide it across the skin, massage it, place it on a specific pressure point. If you're familiar with acupuncture, then you might want to place the wand in that particular pressure point that will soothe the nerves and that will soothe the joint and release all kinds of tension. Let's say that you are working with a client who wants his chakras aligned. So what I would recommend is that you have a kyanite wand and you wire wrap different crystals that resonate with each of the 7 major chakras. And one way you can do that is, here's an example. So this is a moonstone pendant that I made. And here you can see that it has different types of crystals aligned to it, and each crystal represents a chakra. So if you're somebody who's very crafty and you're going to make your own chakra wand, then it would have a similar format like this. So how do wands work in ritual magic, or what do they represent? A wand generally represents the element of fire, although some practitioners actually use it to represent air. For me, it represents fire, and the reason for that is because in the tarot decks, in the lower arcana and the minor arcana, wands are used to represent the element of fire. So for me, I've always associated wands with the element of fire. However, if you're somebody who associates wands with the element of air, then that's perfectly fine. It's no big deal. Wands are a very personal thing, and every person associates with their ritual tools differently. So let's say that you are not going to make your own wand, you're going to purchase one. Then I would strongly recommend cleansing and consecrating your wand before using it on yourself or on others. The reason for that is that you don't want to start using something that's going to become an extension of you to direct energy, and that particular tool already has residual energy from the person who created it. So let's say, for example, that you ordered a wand online and it's coming from India. Think about it. You ordered your wand, a person in India made it, that person shipped it, it went to halfway across the world, and somebody processed it, and then that person touched it, that person shipped it to another person, that person sent it to the store owner opened the box and was handling the tool, put it in storage, that wand has been exposed to all types of different people, all types of different energies, and it's picking up some of that energy and holding it. So when it finally reaches you, it's been touched by so many people. It has so much energy in there that you really want to make sure that you clear out any residual energies, and also that you consecrate your wand, that you expose it to the different elements, that you perhaps charge it with your own energy, so that when you're using it, it's very high vibrational and it's going to provide the best possible healing energy for yourself and others. So that's pretty much all I have for you in regards to wands. I hope that you really enjoyed this video, that you learned something from it. And if you have some additional information that I did not share in this video, or you want to show me your own personal ritual tools, your own wands, then feel free to leave me a message in this video. Feel free to comment, like, share, and also subscribe to the channel. It's really important that I have new subscriptions. That way I know that the messages I'm sharing are getting out there. So I always love to see your comments, and I get really excited every time I get a new subscriber. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for watching this week's video, and until next time, see ya!